Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm Terry at Holding Your Space, and I'm an intuitive, and this is the energy that we're getting in right now. Energy update. So, um, there's a new light in the sky, they're saying. This is the between. So, they're talking about the between, and the between means the space between negative and positive, or divine feminine and divine masculine. It's that neutral zone, the space between thoughts, the space between light, between atoms. And they're talking about that space and how we are to step into it. So everything's changing, right? The planet is evolving. Gaia has, she's leap years in front of us, obviously, but she is already there. And so we just have to catch up. And we are there a lot of times during the day and night. Um, you know, Not always, obviously. We are in this 3D world, and, this hand looks solid. That bed looks solid. This crystalline energy here in my hand even looks solid. So, just knowing that when you're working with light, this new 5D light and the blue light that's coming in, it's like plasma. So it's kind of um, it's not solid, but it's not clear water either. It's like a movement, and you can push it, you can mold it, you can manifest with it, and it's your choice if you want to do that or not. Tyler wants to do it, my dog. So anyway, so just knowing that this is available for you now. The way that they're showing it to me, it's just you kind of move up to it. It's like a an energy level that you walk through, like a vortex. And I know that sounds weird, but you make an intention and a goal, and you manifest it by just stepping into the energy of it, of already being there, of this already being an energy that you know, and an energy that is a part of you, like you were never not a part of this energy. So, so that's how they're showing it to me. That doesn't make sense. Post in here and let me know, and I'll try to get into that a little better. So this is a place of no judgment. We don't judge those that don't go into 5D. We don't judge those that have gone farther. Angels don't judge us. Nobody judges you on the other side. So know that you are divine light beings, and we're all an expression of Creator, of universal light and love. And as we do this, we are just, meandering around this experience and trying to find it. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Okay. No positive or negative, just consciousness and energy. So energy is always in motion. Energy has to move. Energy cannot be stagnant. So if you're not moving with it, and you're, say you're in a point where you're, what is it called when you go round and round and round, like your computer, right? That's your free will if you want to do that. That's what this means when my pendulum stops like that. It's free will if you don't want to move, but energy will come in and move something for you if you don't make the choice to move with it. Okay. It's almost like water, this awakening. And it is a lot about water, because this blue light is coming in, and look at it as water, a little bit thicker than water sometimes, but water is good because it's a healing light. It's an upgrade to your light body. And when we talk about the light body, we mean the energy around you, and as it pertains to your atoms and the energy of stardust, and the light from the sun, the crystalline energy. And like this crystal is just crystalline energy, and it's atoms that are moving around and around. I don't know if that made any sense or not. So this is our chance as a species. We've had this opportunity before, with Atlantis, with Lemuria. So just knowing that you can go into it this time, that the light workers are all here to help. And if you're watching this, you probably are a light worker. I would say definitely. And the, the pendulum definitely agrees with me on that. So knowing no matter where you are on the planet, the most important thing you can do right now is to shine your light and to be non judgmental about people and where they are and situations on the planet. So it's so easy with all the chaos going on and the wars and, you know, natural disasters and human made disasters to look at things and judge them. So this is just human experience, right? So just seeing when you do that, when you're afraid, when you're judging, go into your abiding, abide in your heart space, abide in your solar plexus, and be curious about it. Wow, why do I feel like this? Curiosity and fear cannot live hand in hand. And if you're judging, then you might want to look at what you need to get rid of in your life. Any toxins. And because judging is usually about judging ourselves. It's not so much about judging those that we love or we don't love, but usually it's about judging ourselves in the end. So be really clear, and that deals with your throat chakra, right? So being clear speaking, like if somebody asks you to do something, think about it, abide what you feel like, and then be clear about it. Not this time, thank you. Or yes, that will work out great for me. I mean, just knowing what you want and being very clear about it. We can write an email to somebody and give 5 different reasons why we can't do it that day, but I can do it this other day because of 5 different reasons. And then everything kind of gets lost and nothing gets done. So that inertia sets in again, right? The inertia. So, and show us what inertia looks like. That's inertia. It goes round and round, and it goes counterclockwise. Because if it went clockwise, then it would be about energy and motion. Like healing energy goes clockwise. So, and free will. It's your choice. You can make it go any way you want. So, this is our chance as a species. Many of you are already awakening to the space or to the verge. Continue to purge, they're talking about. So you've probably been purging already, but if you're like me, you have other things to purge. So closets and basements, right? That I keep taking bags of things to the thrift stores. And so keep doing that. Keep purging. Keep being ready. Be light. They're talking about being light. When we're in 3D, a lot of us couldn't handle everything here on the planet easily. Like a lot of us couldn't drive on the highway. A lot of us had trouble traveling. A lot of us had trouble with eating or something, right? Because you come into this physical 3D and it's hard on us. It's why so many kids on the spectrum have come in at this time, right? That this autism spectrum, their bodies aren't made for 3D. Their bodies are made for 5D. They're very sensitive to noises, very sensitive to touch, sensory issues, and light. So just being aware of that. And as things change and things lighten up, it's time for us to lighten up. So getting rid of the stuff that we've been holding on to keep us kind of weighed down, because now we don't need to be weighed down anymore. Okay. As light beings, we had to lay ourselves down to this planet. And many will find themselves activating new powers. And that's what they wanted to call it, powers, because I was like, really, powers? And they're like, yes. And so you have new gifts coming in, or reawakening gifts that you already had as a child, which a lot of us saw things as children. We knew things as children. We heard things as children. Well, that is going to continue, and it's going to get stronger and stronger. This is what I call the rock star parking syndrome. So when synchronicities start to occur, and you'll notice more and more synchronicities with this blue light coming in. So maybe you've already been seeing blue light around your house, or when you have a soft gaze. Perhaps, like for a long time, I think we've been seeing in the veil, on the other side of the veil, that there's just a space where nothing is there. Like there's no window there, there's no bed there, there's just a veil that you can kind of see beyond. So as this continues now, you might be seeing blue light. You might be seeing diamonds. So diamond light, Diamond Sutra is very tied to blue light. And Diamond Sutra is instant awakening. So this is why we want to go at this at a steady and solid, gentle time frame. And start with your meditations, whatever meditation looks like for you. If it's drawing, if it's dancing, if it's going for walks in the woods, perhaps it's just being silent and still, or guided meditations. It doesn't matter. But make sure that you give yourself that time. Be kind to yourself, because you don't want to have that Diamond Sutra awakening where you have, boom, a Kundalini awakening or a hot chakra awakening. That, you want to have it, but it's better to be soft with yourself. Reverend Saul George, he always says, they gave us a Maserati, but the earth's going at jalopy speed. So, so just slow and steady, right? Be very gentle with yourself right now. Need extra sleep, probably. Taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, what you're eating, what you're watching on TV. Be very careful with that, and what you're reading. So there's so much information out there right now, and about big pharma and politics and business. It's crazy, isn't it? And there's a lot of it's fear driven. So be very careful with ingesting these toxins. Also, they've been talking about water for a long time. So be careful with the water that you're ingesting. Make sure that it's that you have a filtration system of some sorts. So always watch that. Water has intelligence. Water has consciousness. So when you're ingesting your water, bless it. Thank your water. Take a minute to kind of abide in the love of it, and with your solar plexus, get to know it. They're talking about getting to know nature again, communing with the birds. When you see a bird, look in their eye, hear their song, follow them when they fly, and imagine seeing through their eyes. All sorts of gifts like these are reawakening. Seeing a fish swimming in the water and being able to feel the current that they're against, and how silky it is on your body and how free it flows. Being able to leap like a frog. All sorts of things like this that are so interesting that we thought of when we were kids, right? That's joy and wonder thing. And the more joy and wonder that you can bring into your life right now, the better off it is for you. Okay. Many will find themselves awakening to new powers, synchronicities. Remembering continues. And the remembering is the part where we are like starting a book and remembering it. A lot of people have been taking Akashic record classes. Maybe you do one Akashic reading for somebody, and then boom, you got it, You just, you're awakening to all these things. And it's like, it's all out there. It's energy. It's intelligence, right? It's out there, and we can tap into it anytime we want. That's that stepping into things and remembering, reawakening. Hearing the ancestors and hearing the heartbeat of the planet is huge right now. So this is a huge thing that they're talking about doing. So hearing your ancestors. So I do mediumship, but there's a lot of mediums out there, and you get a lot of free little readings on YouTube and other places. So being aware of that, but being aware that you have this talent. If you want to ask somebody that you love on the other side for help with something, uh, help with your kids, help with finances, help with what you want to do in your life, right? What do I want? Dad, can you show me the way? Can you give me some ideas here? So just know that all that help is available. Um, okay, so remembering continues, hearing your ancestors, also hearing the ancestors of the planet. So this planet has so many ancestors. The mountains have ancestors, the water has ancestors. It's just really exciting time to be here. So there are ancestors to do with everything, and there's a great knowledge, there's a great wisdom that we can tap into here, and it's quite lovely. My hand's getting sore, so I'm gonna stop. Um, or my elbow is in a weird spot. Also, so the ancestors and hearing the heartbeat. So hearing the heartbeat of the mother, the divine feminine is coming in, right? We've been in a patriarchal society for a long time, but also we were in Kali Yuga recently, and we still are. We're just getting out of it, that 3D. And as we come out of that, you might start hearing and feeling that feminine energy more. But also, as we're doing this, we're not going from patriarchy into matriarchy. They're telling me that the divine feminine is giving birth to this new age on this planet, and the divine masculine, Father Sky, is holding space for the divine mother. So this is something that they're doing together, and that is part of that in between, not feminine, not masculine, but the space in between. Just like, the yin and the yang, the positive and the negative, the light and the dark. There is no judgment about any of those. There's just that space in between of pure awareness, of witnessing things. So if we get to that spot, that's where we walk into that space that we can manifest. Remembering continues, hearing the ancestors, hearing the heartbeat of the planet. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And a lot of people have been talking about this, and we've been hearing this for a long time. There's that deep rumbling, primordial, uh, uh, it's kind of like a mantra, you could say, but it's a rhythm. And it's also, it's like it's palpable. Okay, you can rock with it. It kind of like you're rocking a baby, or children rock, grandparents rock their grandkids, moms and dads do too. And just feeling that rhythm and hearing that beat. And it's a really low beat because it's coming deep within the planet. And it has such strength and primordial energy. It is just so exciting. And you might be able to feel that just when we're even talking about it right now in your root chakra. So just imagine when you rock with that and you hear that deep, earthy sound and how that feels. So abide. Remembering continues, hearing the ancestors. They're also talking a lot about the bison. So hearing the thunder of the bison as they roam across the prairie. So just imagine that steady beating, that pulsation of the planet. And imagine also the bison as they fly across the sky. And again, that thunder comes in. So this thunder might have to do with some plate shifting going on, platonic shifting, which is going to include volcanoes and earthquakes. There'll be a lot of changes on the planet in the next year. So just be aware of it. It's nothing to fear. Or if you do want to fear it, that's okay, because, yeah, somebody talks about earthquakes coming up, and that is scary. So be aware of that, but also be aware that you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. So, and if you do feel fear, abide in it. Get curious about it. Okay, this is interesting. Why do I feel fear? Do I need to make some changes? Do I need to have a to go bag ready? And a lot of us do, right? We have a to go bag ready to go. Um, I live in the Midwest, and we don't really have earthquakes around here, but we do have the New Madrid Fault that's not too far away from me, but far enough that I think we would hear the rumble of it, but probably not be affected by it. Um, Hello? Okay, good to hear. And, but also, if you do feel fear, then what can you do about it? Get curious about that. Is there something that you need to be doing to arrange for that? And, I bought the food in the pantry, in the basement. I'm all set up for when we had the pandemic, and that was pretty scary stuff. So know that, you're okay. You came out of that fine. All right. um, okay. So when this happens, we've already talked about like getting into um, your senses. How you smell, how you feel, and then with nature, imagine the water and that, and then with light, imagine how you feel with that blue light, and how you can swim with it, and how you can walk into that light. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. Curiosity and rewards are called for in this time. Um, Bring in what you want in your life. So, do you want something different in your life? Do you want a change? Do you want to do something that is more beneficial to others? And are you rewarding yourself for that? So, understanding that that is a huge universal law. Always rewarding ourselves, giving ourselves lots of rewards as we do things. It's very, very important to reward yourself. Okay, so walk into the love and manifesting energy with the light. Look in a cat's eyes. Imagine what they're thinking. That's not hard to do with most cats, right? With your dog, we talked about the fish. Imagine how it feels to swim. Imagine how the water feels when you look at them. Get your senses involved. This is huge for your clairvoyance and whatnot. And when you get in your car, manifest that car space, that parking spot. Like, I'm going to be going somewhere, and I always do this. I'm like, as soon as I get a few blocks away, I always say, okay, angels and guides, rock star parking today. And usually it is rock star parking. But if there's a reason that it's not, maybe it wouldn't be to my benefit to get there right then. The other day I couldn't get out of a parking lot, and there was a huge accident as I was trying to get out, a block away, which I would have been there at that time. So just know that everything's happening exactly how it's supposed to be happening. Okay. Uh, Getting, a lot of people are going through a hard time. Okay. And that's going to be happening. They're going to feel this in a different way than you will if you're not looking at it with awareness, if they aren't looking at it with awareness. And we all have bad days, right? We all have a day that we need to grieve, a day that we need to be soft and gentle with ourselves. They're talking about having a special place, a sofa or a chair, maybe a blanket or a window, but a special place that you can go to feel better, just to know that this is your safe spot. Also knowing that you have a special person that you can talk to. We talk a lot in the chat on YouTube, and that's a source of great strength for me. And I've made beautiful friends here too. So just knowing that you have these people that you can come to and say, hey, having a horrible day. Also knowing that there's so many tools available, breath work that we can get into and helping us to feel better. But be really gentle with yourself when this is going on. I had a situation this week when I went to pick up a script at a pharmacy, and the pharmacist was just having a horrible day and looked at me like she was so angry with me. I was the only one there, and it was kind of early, so I don't know what she would have been angry about, but it's not for me to know. It's just to know that she is having a bad day. And at first I was like, well, so I tried to look in her eyes and smile and got a worse look from her. And I left there just feeling really startled because most of us are sensitive and empaths and we're not used to that. And I was driving around thinking, gosh, what could I have done differently? And then I thought, exactly what I can do differently right now is I can send her that blue light, that calming light. And for a couple of years, we've been talking about this light and saying that this is the light from the Divine Mother, like Our Lady of Guadalupe, and wrapping her up in that veil of serenity. So that's what I did. And now, as this energy is coming in as plasma, we're talking about wrapping ourselves up in this plasma, sliming people with love. Just like, I think it was Nickelodeon that used to slime people with green energy, right? With green, whatever it was, jello or something. But so just surrounding that person in beautiful blue love light. And they don't have to take it, it's free will. But if they want it, it's there for them. It might soften their heart a bit, might help them. You don't know if they have sick kids or losing their job or whatever. Okay. Love in this plasma is like our blood, right? And love is what the universe is made of. That's what this energy is, this consciousness. It's all love. And we're all experiencing all sorts of different things when really in our hearts, that's what it is. It's that beautiful light of love and joy, wonder. That's pure consciousness. So breathing in that blue light, and as you exhale, feel it go all through your body. Beautiful blue plasma light. Slime yourself. Feel good. Feel wonder and joy. Okay. There's going to be storms coming as well. This is time of physical and spiritual transformation and mental transformation as well. So with great change comes great gifts. And, I've talked a lot about things that have happened to me in my life here too. And, death and all sorts of things. And I call them the effing growth opportunities, the FGOs. So knowing that all that has happened is part of the awakening. And on the other side, when we're not on this planet, we are pure light and we are filled with that love and that ananda, joy, wonder. Also, they're saying this is the new gold that we're walking into. It's like a golden time on the planet. So it's going to be a time of great awakening. And if you're here listening to this, you're probably at the forefront of that. There'll be others behind us that will follow us, but showing them that path is huge. And I think you have, we need one light worker for every 10,000 people on the planet to move everything forward. Also, it's going to be great scientific awakening coming in, healing awakening, awakening of spirit. It's going to be a golden time. It's going to be quite beautiful. And we're at the forefront of it. So it's a really interesting time to be here on this planet. I know that we signed up for it, and I was like, what the heck did I sign up for, right? When you're going through all the FGOs, you're like, what were you thinking? Were you type A or what? What was the soul contract about? But knowing that this love and this light is coming in with you, and you are just stepping into it, and you're one of the first, and you're reaching behind you, and you're pulling in others, and they're pulling in others, and It's a beautiful time to be alive. So, anyway, this is the energy outlook that I've got. I didn't say a lot of physical things. It's more of a spiritual awakening right now. So I will get into some more of the physical things later on this week and do those. But this is the third time I've tried to do this video, so I hope this one works. And we thank you so much for being here. My heart thanks you, my solar plexus, my throat chakra, everybody. Also knowing, oh, okay, and then I'll stop. You have new chakras awakening with this 5D and new spirit animals coming in, new guides coming in. And your ancestors are so thrilled with you right now. So just know that you might feel a pulsation up here. You might feel one right here. You might feel one behind your head. All these new energy points are coming alive. And it's a beautiful, beautiful time to be here. So, namaste, my friends. My light sees your light, and your 5D and your beautiful 3D light, your 14th D light, everything. So, namaste. Bye-bye.